Why so? Well, ally partner in Maharashtra, Shiv Sena I.N.D.I.A faction has demanded 23 seats in the seat-sharing arrangement. The Congress has said nothing doing. Will there be a possibility that this alliance can actually come to a seat-sharing arrangement, or is it already too late? All of that coming up in the next 20 minutes.
Didi dominating the Congress in Bengal. Congress versus Uddhav Sena in Maharashtra. BSP seeking its pound of flesh in Uttar Pradesh. A fresh tussle over the prime ministerial face. Congress versus left in Kerala. The endless list of internal rifts in the opposition camp have been widening, and they widened further on Thursday, with the big tussle over who to project as principal Modi challenger. The Bahujan Samaj Party rooted for its chief Mayawati as India bloc's Dalit prime ministerial face, a demand scoffed at by the Congress.
प्रधानमंत्री का कैंडिडेट अगर वो दलित ही चाहती है कांग्रेस और दूसरे अलायंस के गठबंधन, तो कुमारी बहन मायावती से बढ़िया कोई हो नहीं सकता। देश के सारे प्रदेशों में कहीं 9%, कहीं 7%, कहीं 4%, कहीं 3%, कहीं 1.5%, हर प्रदेश में वोट है। जब वो साथ मिलेगा तो हर प्रदेश में बीजेपी एकदम कमजोर और साफ होती हुई नजर आएगी, तो फिर लड़ाई हो सकती है।
इंडिया अलायंस के बहुत सारे लीडर्स हैं, हम अकेले कांग्रेस पार्टी नहीं है, लेकिन और बहुत सारे लीडर्स हैं। उन सब लीडर्स को आपस में बैठकर ही ये चर्चाएं होती हैं। अभी तक जो हम लोगों की स्थिति रही है, उसमें सबने ये कहा है कि पहले जीतने की बात करें, उसके बाद कौन हमारा चेहरा प्रधानमंत्री का बन सकता है, उसकी बात लीडर्स बैठकर आपस में करेंगे।
The bickering over the vexed seat-sharing issue came to the fore in Maharashtra, with the Congress shooting down the Uddhav Sena's demand for 23 Lok Sabha seats, calling it a broken party.
23 सीटें मिलेगी क्या, ये अपने आप में बहुत बड़ा प्रश्न है। और 23 सीटें लेके करेंगे क्या? उनके सारे नेता तो छोड़ के चले गए, कैंडिडेट क्या है उनके पास? इस समय शिवसेना का कितना वोट है महाराष्ट्र में, कोई नहीं जानता। एनसीपी का कितना वोट है महाराष्ट्र में, शरद पवार जी के साथ कितना जुड़ा हुआ, कोई नहीं जानता। सिर्फ कांग्रेस का कितना वोट है पूरे देश को मालूम है।
In West Bengal, Mamata sent a not-so-subtle message to the Congress on the day seat-sharing talks started, asserting that her party, the Trinamool, alone calls the shots.
আবার নেতারা বলছেন গ্রেপ্তার বাড়াও, তা নালে জেতা যাবে না। আরে তুই আজ আছিস কাল থাকবি না, তখন দেখবি তোর লেজা আছে মাথা নেই, মাথা আছে লেজা নেই। ইন্ডিয়া জোট সারা ভারতবর্ষ থাকবে, আর বাংলায় তৃণমূল কংগ্রেস লড়াই করবে। মনে রাখবেন, বাংলায় তৃণমূল কংগ্রেসই বিজেপিকে শিক্ষা দিতে পারে, সারা ভারতবর্ষকে পথ দেখাতে পারে, অন্য কোনো পার্টি নয়।
With the ever-increasing tussle marring the opposition game plan and the clock ticking to take on Prime Minister Modi, where will things land? An entire electorate wants to know. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, joining me right now is Shiv Sena Lok Sabha MP Arvind Sawant, who's Shiv Sena I.N.D.I.A UBT faction, joining us live. Mr. Sawant, appreciate you taking the time out and joining us, hearing all not so well with the seat-sharing talks between the Congress and your party, sir.
There is no problem as such as it is being proclaimed in outside. I don't think there is a sin. It's, democratic functioning of the parties. It's not a dictatorship. So if someone expresses his opinion, doesn't mean he is guilty. So there's no problem about it. Let someone express what is there. If he's making his heart out, what's the issue? The leaders of these parties know what to do. And therefore the Honorable Sonia Gandhi ji, Rahul ji, Sharad Pawar ji, Honorable Uddhav ji, all these our leaders, they know what to do. So therefore somebody at the bottom level speaks something. Let him hint out what does it make, what difference it makes. So unless these three leaders come together and say something, nothing is authentic by anyone, even from my side. On the sharing of seats and other things, nothing is there. You are waiting for a crack. Don't wait for the crack. Crack will not be there.
Sir, nobody's really like, it's a business to ask questions, not waiting for any crack or anything like that. But having said that, you talk of some people say, but Mr. Sawant, Ashok Chavan is not a small leader in Maharashtra Congress or even the Congress, he's been the chief minister of the state. For him to say that there is no question that your party's demand for 23 seats will not be met, that's not just small or loose talk.
And what did he say? What did he say? See, if you ask me, because Ashok Chavan was the former chief minister of the Maharashtra, he's a leader of Congress. Definitely, it has to be taken seriously. But their leaders will take it up. Why we should get disturbed about it? Issue is that they should not forget. In the 2014, they had hardly 4-5 member of parliaments were there. In the 2019, only one was there. Don't forget that. Should not forget the plinth, the base. Should not forget. Right now, in the parliament from Maharashtra, Congress has got only one member of parliament who, with the bad luck, has expired. But he too was belonging to Shiv Sena. Don't forget that. He was a Shiv Sena MLA and then left party, joined Congress, got elected. It's okay. Still, I say it is a Congress. So they had only one. What is our aim? Is our number is our aim, or to achieve the power at the center is our aim? And if the power to achieve the power at the center is our aim, and we do not want the present regime to continue in the center, in that case, everyone has to sacrifice. Don't forget. And therefore, you have experienced presently what has happened in Madhya Pradesh, what has happened in Rajasthan. So by expressing adamant way, that will not be it will not lead to a fruitful results. So why not keep control? Whatever you want to say to your leaders, say to your bosses who are there. Why to come in the press and public? So therefore, action and reaction goes on Newton's law. Not to worry about that.
But the reaction also came from the fact that your party demanded 23 seats, where it comes down to sacrifice, sir. There's a larger context and a larger question to it as well. Because in 2019, you fought as one party. Since then, your outfit has split. Your particular faction is not even in power. So the question, sir, is, are you justified in now demanding 23 seats out of 48 in Maharashtra from your ally?
Definitely justifying. Definitely justifying. What is there? But still I say, Honorable Uddhavji Thackeray is there, not to worry about it. Why we should discuss on such issues? We were 18. We contested 22 seats last time. 26 were given to BJP. So there is nothing wrong by expressing that we want 23. Expression is different. Final results are different. So we have to wait. Let the Honorable Kharge ji, Rahul ji, Honorable Uddhav ji, Sanjay Raut ji, Sonia ji, all those things are there. Those leaders will come together, sit together and finalize it. Okay.
Well, at least it's interesting, sir, because you say expectations are there, but the final thing is something else. So this is what you've begun with, and then you're going to look to bargain it down is what it seems like. But I'll come back to the question, Mr. Sawant, because a lot of what you bargain today cannot come from what you were in 2019. You were a very different party outfit. You were one unit with the Shiv Sena was. At that time, you were fighting elections with the BJP and not with the combine of an NCP and the Congress. So very, very different there. Do you think you are still in a position to take the lion's share of the seats or at least demand it?
It is much stronger than whatever the wrong things were there. They only have the party. It is much stronger. The roots of Shiv Sena. That is the reason the ruling party could not conduct the municipal corporation election. Do you feel it is a democratic one? Answer me. I need an answer from you. When 2 years almost, Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the largest municipal corporation of the country, elections are not being conducted. Is it a democratic functioning? Is it a constitutional functioning? They did not dare to take even the Senate elections of the Mumbai University, just out of fear of the Aditya Thakeray's leadership. So what you talk about that? Therefore, if you say, we have no fear about that. We have become much more stronger than what we were.
All right, Mr. Sawant, appreciate you taking the time out and joining us, sir. Good luck and have a good New Year. And we'll see you in the new year, sir. Let's see how things go. Politically explosive, that's what it's poised as. With that, let's cut across right now to our political panel this evening. Joining me, Akshay Marathe, National Spokesperson, I.N.D.I.A Party. Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan, National Spokesperson. Okay, we don't have Dr. Guru Prakash Paswan from the Bharatiya Janata Party. We're going to just give out the name there. Aishwarya Mahadev, National Spokesperson, Congress. Aishwarya Mahadev, you just heard your own ally, Mr. Sawant there from the Shiv Sena, and he made it very clear that maybe your state units should put a lid on it to not, and not go out and make these public statements.
Good evening, Preeti. I think at the end of it, the national leadership recognizes that there is a balance that has to be struck between aspirations and also the existence of opposition parties as a whole. And I think that is the larger chord that the national leadership is striking, which is why my party leadership has had meetings with state leaderships of several states, and we're also set to have far more towards, in the upcoming days. But Preeti, before I get into that, I believe that there's a large part of how, when there's ignominy and disagreement between the coalition partners of the BJP, whether it was I.N.D.I.A, LJP, you saw the NPP, even the JDS now currently, and the Akali Dal, you didn't see the sort of hublu that you're seeing now today. Let's make things very clear. The opposition parties, it is a question of survival because of the anti-democratic way in which this BJP so-called touted juggernaut is functioning. There is a certain amount of give and take that has to be put out. My colleague from the Shiv Sena also did point out, and the leadership is going to iron it out. Whether it's Mallikarjun Kharge Saab, whether it is the different leaders of different outfits, all of them recognize this need. Yes, there are state units where there might be a certain amount of disagreement, but for them, the larger picture, because these are not state elections, this is a national election. This, I believe, is a watershed moment for Indian democracy. And I believe all of us will come together on this platform because we recognize the importance of these elections. And I'm very sure that going forward, and especially when alliance talks and seat sharing talks happen, that we'll be able to find a fruitful way forward.
All right, let's cut across to Mr. Kuntal Krishna, spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party. Apologies to getting your name wrong, sir. There was a bit of a confusion earlier on. But Mr. Krishnan, the fact is the alliance and the Congress party admits there's a sense of democracy where the state units are concerned. Everyone needs to fall in line where state units' aspirations need to be compromised with what alliance aspirations are. And all of this takes a bit of tinkering. And you're charged with zero democracy in your own party. At least there's a process, is what the India Alliance says it follows.
Preeti, first of all, let me make something very clear to you. The alliance which we are talking about is not at all an alliance. Because to be an alliance, there has to be something in common. This is simply a group of Ghamandiya people, political dynasts, who are dishonest, who are corrupt, and they have come together because of threat of one individual, that is Shri Narendra Modi. This is simply a gang. Now, the second point. They do not have anything in common. Their individual aspirations are much more higher than any common agenda. They cannot reach at a point where they can decide about even the date that when they are going to sit next. So when they talk about common minimum program, their face, they cannot, I guarantee you, this gang cannot reach at any consensus because their individual aspirations are much, much bigger than what they are perceiving. They are here to fight something very big. At one hand, we have got a very clear Modi ki guarantee. We have got a very clear organization. We have got a BJP is there out with their own agenda. And this gang, they do not have anything in clarity. So when you asked me that we do not even want to talk about this alliance and we do not want to waste any time on this.
Okay. Akshay Marathe, I want to bring you in. There's one thing that the BJP spokesperson said that makes sense. Whether you like it, you dislike it, how you perceive it, that's all separate. But the messaging of the BJP is very clear. They firmly have a prime ministerial face. Your alliance is nowhere near that decision yet. On the other hand, they have their messaging is very clear. You know, you have the Viksit Sankalp Yatra, which ties into the La Bharati plan, which ties into the last mile delivery. Then you have the Ram Mandir. Then you have the nationalist agenda. It's very, very clear and very sorted. Till now, we don't even know what the narrative and the messaging of the India Alliance is.
Preeti, I think it is very clear what the narrative and the messaging of the India Alliance is. Look, India is going through a phase where we have a dictator who does not allow democratically elected state governments to function. Now, whether it is Shiv Sena or Congress in Maharashtra or Aam Aadmi Party or Congress in Delhi, Punjab or Samajwadi Party or any other state party for that matter, even if they win state elections, you have a Mr. Modi who sends their governors to those states and disrupts all state functioning, whether it is through blocking of legislations or in Delhi, it is blocking of even executive actions by the Aam Aadmi Party government. So the common agenda between all of these parties is to restore a semblance of democracy that our founding fathers, our freedom fighters have fought very hard to establish in India. And the BJP is directly standing in opposition to that idea of democracy. So that is a very strong and powerful idea that BJP will not understand. I understand if it doesn't make sense to them, because their founding principles are of autocracy and dictatorship. They took inspiration from Mussolini and Hitler when their party was formed. So I understand if it doesn't make sense why India Alliance parties are coming together. But tell me something, if the BJP was not scared of the India Alliance coming together, how is it that the first parliamentary session after the alliance was formed and established, 141 MPs of the alliance?
You know, that's the question I'll take to Mr. I'll take that question to Mr. Krishnan and go back to Aishwarya Mahadev. You know, Mr. Kuntal Krishnan, one would suggest 146 MPs suspended in one parliamentary session will, you know, doesn't really smack of a secure government.
Preeti, BJP is hell-bent upon giving India everything which India deserves. And when we talk about sessions, we want that these sessions should, you know, it should be in an organized manner. And this alliance, they were hell-bent upon this point that they will not allow parliament to function. So BJP, I told you, we are here to deliver. And when there will come anything in the way of delivery,
but the charge, Mr. Kuntal, the charge is, as I bring in Aishwarya Mahadev, that the BJP is looking at making sure that you stamp out opposition. Now, that is not what India needs. India needs a robust opposition.
Where is the opposition? That's what we are talking about. They do not have anything in common. When Mr. Mahadev was talking about, you know, he is talking about democracy, and their allies, they are the biggest people who are against democracy. Their allies are the people who only talk about their family. I come from Bihar. When they talk about their ally in Bihar, it is Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav, for whom his family stands before anything. So this is all hypocrisy.
All right, Aishwarya Mahadev, you want to come in?
While I was being misgendered, let me just offer a few responses to the spokesperson from the BJP. When you talk about political dynasties, there was a beautiful picture recently of Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the former Prime Minister Mr. Deve Gowda, his son, former Chief Minister Kumar Swamy, former PWD Minister Revana, and his grandson, who happens to be a member of parliament. And mind you, they have 2 MLCs in the family and also a ZP president to boot. And you're talking about political dynasties and how the BJP is opposed to them. Sir, they're your principal opposition, their principal ally with you in Karnataka today. And when you talk about political messaging of the BJP, Preeti, let's make it clear. You know, the people who dismiss the guarantees after being basically sent home and how in Karnataka are now banking on a Modi guarantee. But let me make it very clear, especially for people whose IQ doesn't seem to range beyond at least close to the number of seats they have. Preeti, it is very simple. What is common between all these parties is that we stand for the idea of India. We stand for democracy, which obviously the BJP doesn't believe in. We stand for the fact that India is a land of diverse ideas where everybody has an equal right. And when you talk about what Modi ji and the BJP has guaranteed, whether it's unemployment, whether it's price rise, whether it's unprecedented rise in the sort of crimes against people, and the fact that you have demolished democratic institutions. That is what we're
But,
fighting.
but Aishwarya Mahadev, isn't it ironic? Because if your guarantees worked in Karnataka, you took the same guarantees to the Hindi-heartland, and it was the Modi guarantee which worked there, Aishwarya.
Preeti, to equate leadership to how the masses vote is also conflating two completely different issues. What we're saying is it worked in Telangana, it worked in Karnataka, it may not have worked elsewhere. But we're willing to work together with all, because state elections are completely different from the narratives of a national platform. And here you do see a lot of opposition parties that have been a constant target of the BJP and all their machineries and machinations and the governors trying to bring them down and their democratically elected representatives. So the national narrative is completely different from what may have worked with states, which is why that the India Alliance is working together to ensure that not only will we have seat sharing on a basis of respect, but we will also ensure that we have the highest...
All right, but many are looking at on when that will happen. Mr. Kuntal, please respond to the charges.
Preeti, when my friends are talking about democracy, they talk about a democracy where Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who is just a member of the party, is projected as prime ministerial face by a CM. He is not projecting his own national president as prime ministerial face. He is projecting Mr. Rahul Gandhi as prime ministerial face. In Bihar,
but they're not projecting. Mr. Kuntal, where are they projecting?
Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav.
No, 1 second. Sir, there's a rebuttal. I want to ask you a question. Who is projecting Rahul Gandhi as the chief minister, as the prime ministerial face?
Preeti, are you asking?
I'm asking you, sir, because I haven't heard it from the Congress. Mr. Kuntal, the question is for you. Who is projecting Rahul Gandhi as the prime ministerial face?
Can I answer that, Preeti?
Can you hear me, Mr.
Hello?
Kuntal?
Yeah.
Sir, who is projecting Rahul Gandhi as the prime ministerial face?
Preeti, it is, you know, when you ask these people, it is only Rahul Gandhi which comes to their mind. It is only Rahul Gandhi. And when you talk about their allies in Bihar, Lalu Prasad Yadav could not find anyone better than his own son. Similar is the case in Uttar Pradesh. So these are the people for whom their dynasties comes before anything. So when they talk about democracy, they just make it a laughing stock.
Okay, but the fact is none of them are projecting Rahul Gandhi. You know, what seems to be, Mr. Kuntal, is that the desperation is more from the BJP that Rahul Gandhi is projected as a prime ministerial face and less from the Congress right now. But having said that, I want to bring in Akshay Marathe back into this conversation. You know, the fact is, Akshay Marathe, the charge that this alliance might not come together is real. And why I say that? The Congress embarking now on a 90-day yatra. Now, political expedition, many would suggest, at the cost of your alliance, where time is now to strategize, come together and look at how cohesively this alliance can fight this election instead of building your own party and cadre.
Preeti, let me just quickly answer the BJP spokesperson on dynasty, and then I'll answer your question as well. Tell me, which country have you seen a cricket administrator where a 10,000 crore rupee revenue non-profit body like the BCCI is being run by the son of the country's home minister because of zero qualification other than the fact that he is the son of the country's home minister? That is a reality of the India that BJP has created, where dynasty writs large. Everywhere you go, any state you go, BJP leadership has been captured by the state leaders' sons and daughters. Whether you go to Maharashtra, whether you go to Bihar, whether you go to Delhi, Delhi, 3 of our MPs are dynasts. What does the BJP has to say about that? So to say that the BJP is free of dynasty is the worst possible form of lies that the BJP can say.
Okay, Mr. Kuntal, please answer, then I'll go across to Aishwarya Mahadev, sir.
Can I just come to the larger point
quickly,
of the
sir,
India Alliance?
Quickly, yes.
If the Congress party wants to build its own party, they have the right to do it, just as Aam Aadmi Party has the right to build a party.
Okay.
When it comes to alliance, the most important thing is the seat sharing, and we are looking forward to completing seat sharing talks in the near future, and we will launch a joint campaign once that
All
is
right,
done.
we don't know when that's going to happen, but Mr. Kuntal, go ahead, make charges there that your party is equally dynastic as any other political party you point a finger at today, sir.
Preeti, this is all, they are talking about all these things in desperation because they are not able to finalize anything. I was hearing my friend from they are talking about seat sharing. I'm pretty sure they will not be able to fix a date for the seat sharing talks also.
Well,
you are not able to finalize even a fixed date
fair
where you can
enough. Aishwarya
start your
Mahadev,
seat sharing
31st December was the final date to reach seat sharing conclusions. I don't see that being met.
It is very
This
similar.
is what I'm talking about. Leave about any consensus.
Can I just get Aishwarya Mahadev? Aishwarya Mahadev, go ahead.
Preeti, tentatively, all the seat sharing talks are going to begin in January. But I have one response for Mr. Kuntal. You know, when he said, what experience does a man who is only a member of the party and a member of parliament have to lead the country and whatnot? Sir, how many years' experience did Mr. Narendra Modi have before he became chief minister? Was he an MLA before? Was he an MLC after he became chief minister? How many years of national politics? So how many years was he a member of parliament before he was basically projected to be the prime minister? Sir, my leadership, my cadre, my workers have reposed their faith in Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mr.
All right, I need to.
and Madam Gandhi.
So I apologize. I need to quickly come in. Appreciate all three of you for joining us. That's all the time that we have for right now. The debate, I'm sure, will be carried through over the course of many, many days. Starting first, we are officially in the election year, less than 5 months away from the general elections. A quick break. Stay with us.
भगवान श्री राम की जन्मभूमि पर भव्य मंदिर निर्माण की एक लंबी लड़ाई है। उस लड़ाई में राम भक्तों का खून बहा है, लाठी खाए हैं लोग, गोली खाए हैं, जेल गए हैं और उस यातना देने वाले परिवार से श्री अखिलेश यादव जी जुड़े हुए हैं। मेरा व्यक्तिगत तौर से कोई राम का भक्त बनकर के राम के धाम में आवे, सबका स्वागत है, आना भी चाहिए। अगर कोई अपना प्रायश्चित करना चाहता तो भी अच्छा है, अगर श्रद्धा भाव से आना चाहता तो भी अच्छा है। किसी का विरोध नहीं होना चाहिए, सभी का स्वागत होना चाहिए। और जो नहीं आ रहे हैं, मैं तो यही कहूँगा भगवान राम उनको सद्बुद्धि दें, उनको भी बुला के दर्शन दे दें। जो तमाम विकार भरा हुआ है वो विकार निकल जाएगा।
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.